In the first few years of business, small companies come up against an awful lot of different challenges, let's call them that. It would be fair to say that in 2020 that not only have small businesses come under unprecedented challenges because of what can only be described as the global bastard, the medium and big boys have also felt some significant pain, and all their plans have pretty much gone out the window. Some will be harder than others to overcome, and government statistics both here in the UK, and the same is actually reflected in Europe and America, say that about 20% of small businesses fail by the end of their first year, and by the end of their fifth year 50% go under, and by the 10th year that number rises to a staggering 80%, and that's just in a normal year. With survival rates like that, it's easy to understand why folks face the first few years of business with some trepidation, leaving them with a bit of a broken dream and not earning the money that from a business that they could have been so damn proud of. But the truth is that many common business problems and challenges are actually fixable, even in the current climate. And many times you'll find you need to take a step back, take the time to understand the pain points that you're feeling, and rethink the strategy and get your business just moving forward. So, with that in mind, I am Mark Ford, coach, author and editor of Your Best Kept Business Secret magazine, with my mission to help over 100 small business owners this year grow their business and help some of them make their first million. And here are several challenges every small business faces, along with some tactical advice about how to fix them. Roll the intro. So I'm going to run through the top 10 problems that businesses and business owners face regularly, and I'm going to leave that C word, that virus thing, until the very end, as though although it's kind of getting a hell of a lot of press at the moment, it's temporary. And to be honest, the first 9 are continual problems that need fixing and will be here long after the global bastard is gone. So number 1, finding customers. The first one isn't just a small business problem. Marketers at well-known companies like Apple, Toyota, McDonald's, they don't just sit around waiting for leads and customers to walk through the door. Even the biggest, most successful companies have people working very hard every single day to find brand new customers. But for small businesses that aren't a household name yet, finding customers can be particularly difficult. For example, there seem to be so many marketing channels that you can choose from, or you can even attempt to focus on. How do you know what to prioritize and where to allocate your time, effort and money? So, how to fix it? Now, finding customers actually starts with figuring out who your ideal customer actually is. I know, right? So obvious, but so many business owners spend more time trying to find something easier and faster, but there just isn't. Spraying and praying doesn't work for anybody. You need to make sure that you're spreading the word to the right people at the right time. Craft an idea of what your target customer actually looks like, what they do, where they spend their time online by building your buyer personas. Creating very specific ones can dramatically improve your business results. Now, once you've built your buyer persona, you can actually start creating content and getting in front of your target customers in the places they spend time online and with the messages that they care about. So problem 2, increasing brand awareness. Now, if your customers don't know who you are, they simply can't buy from you. It can sometimes seem like today's biggest brands seem to have just popped up out of absolutely nowhere. How did they become such an instant household name? How did they grow that quickly? Can your business grow like that too? Of course, most of these companies' hard work, failure and rejections happen behind the scenes, and it's very much that iceberg picture thing, you know, the one that I mean. You can see the top of the iceberg, the fame and the money, but you don't see the hard work that goes on before they allegedly spring up from nowhere. But there are strategies for spreading the word about your brand and building a great reputation that you can start to do today. So how do we fix this? Right, Well, there are many ways to spread brand awareness, but the three that I'm going to touch on here are PR, co-marketing and blogging. Now, PR, public relations, is less about paying for a spot in a news, blog or magazine and more about focusing your voice and finding your place in your market. I recommend actually reading this book called Hype Yourself by Lucy Werner on what startups and small business owners often get wrong about PR, which also includes some great tactical tips on how to figure out who's covering your industry, building relationships and working with news outlets. There are downloads and loads of stuff, as well as practical tasks about how to learn to maximize your PR efforts with inbound marketing and some social media. Now, you can also try co-marketing, partnering with another brand that will help you inherit some of their image and their reputation and create brand evangelists outside of your current circle. It is a fantastic way to gain a large volume of new contacts alongside your organic marketing efforts. Then you should start blogging or even do it consistently. Now, running a consistently high quality blog will also help you build brand awareness. Not only does a blog help drive traffic to your website and convert that traffic into actual leads, but it also helps you establish authority in your industry and trust among your prospects. It'll also help you build an email list, which actually brings us really nicely onto my next point, which is building an email list. In order to move prospects along the buyer's journey to eventually become your customer, you need to build trust by staying top in their mind and providing value consistently. Now, that starts with getting prospects into your email list. As if it isn't hard enough to build an email list, the average marketing database apparently degrades by about 22.5% every year. That means you have to increase your email list by almost a quarter just to maintain it, never mind grow it. It's the marketing team's job to find ways to constantly add fresh new email contacts to your lists. But what many people call building an email list is actually buying an email list. And buying an email list is never a good idea. And I repeat, never a good idea. Don't waste your money. Not only will email deliverability and IP reputation be badly harmed, but it's also a waste of cash. If your current strategy is to buy or rent email lists, then it's time to regroup and find better places to build those resources. So, how do you fix it? Well, instead of buying or renting lists, build opt-in email lists. An opt-in email list is made up of subscribers who voluntarily give you their email address so that you can send them emails. The act of opting in necessitates website functionality that captures their email addresses. Now, this can be achieved with a form builder or other conversion tools, and many of them free. The other piece of the puzzle is actually creating demand. Now, you can do this by creating great blog content and making it easy for people to subscribe, which at the same time will help you increase your online presence, build up search authority, and create some evangelists from your content. You can also revive older lists that you may think are mostly decayed by creating an engaging opt-in message and sending it to your old list, encouraging contacts who wish to re-opt in and promising to remove all of the old contacts who just can't be bothered to respond. So whilst you're here, drop into the Your Best Kept Business Secret magazine and download this month's free online magazine, or drop in and download one of my free books called 101 Questions for Small Business Owners to Get a Better Business, and join our email list. No spam or constant sell post guaranteed, just a ton of value to help you get the business that your hard work truly deserves. Now, growing your email list doesn't necessarily translate into growing your list of sales. Qualified leads, which actually kind of brings me really nicely onto my next point, which is actually number 4, lead generation. Another problem most small businesses share is lead generation, specifically generating enough leads to keep sales-driven people happy. But generating leads that are both high quantity and high quality is a marketing team's most important objective. A successful lead generation engine is what turns website visitors into prospective customers and provides a steady stream of sales prospects whilst you sleep. Now, how do you fix this? Well, to make the lead generation process work for your business, you need to first optimize your existing website for your conversions. Your website is probably the most important tool that you have for turning prospects into customers. Look through your website and ask yourself these questions. Do each of your web pages clearly guide visitors to take action, or do you leave them wondering what to do next? Do you use a tool that automatically pulls the submissions from your forms and puts them into your contact database? Are you creating custom landing pages for every single campaign that you run? Do you have lead generation call to actions on each of your blog posts? Do you have a blog at all? Prioritize the most popular pages on your website first. Now, most businesses have a few specific pages that bring in the majority of their traffic, often the home page, the about page, or the contact page, and maybe one or two of their probable most popular blogs or videos. Then implement conversion tools such as pop-ups, hello bars, or even slide-ins. Finally, be sure to take advantage of free lead management software and apps just for startups like you. Now, affording marketing in general is a big challenge and of itself, so finding and implementing the most robust free marketing tools can be a bit of a game changer. Number 5, delighting customers. Now, customer satisfaction is a great goal, but customer delight is even better. It really should be part of your mission in business. After all, delighted customers are the ones who buy from you again and again, write testimonials and agree to case studies, and refer you to the people that they know. Now, in order to achieve true customer delight so that your customers become promoters of your business, you must surpass expectations and deliver an unmatched, unrivaled experience. So how do we fix this? Well, it takes work to continue solving your customers' problems in a way that turns them into raving fans. So here are some steps to get you in the right mindset. I need you to understand why your customers choose you and why they need you. Set concrete expectations and manage them at the start of your conversations. Deliver on those expectations and satisfy your customers' needs. Innovate how you can provide unexpected extras that go above and beyond. Continue to measure satisfaction and improve your customers' experience. Now, as the legendary Larry Winglet once said, the easiest way to have a successful business is to do what you said you would do, how you said you would do it, and when you said you would do it by. Pretty much sums it up, really. Right, number 6, hiring talented people. None of the other stuff that I've spoken about can happen at scale without a fantastic team that understands your vision and supports your efforts and goals. Hiring is often one of the biggest challenges for small businesses, especially since small business owners tend to feel under-resourced to begin with, quite rightly. Now, hiring new employees is a big deal and a complex process, and the cost of onboarding an average new person is about £4,000 a year for most companies. And if you don't hire well, employee turnover can be very, very expensive. But to have a successful business that grows, it's impossible to know everything and do everything yourself. That's why finding and hiring the right people and the people who are really excited about what you are doing really matters. So, how do we fix this? Well, it's easy to hire with a short-term mindset, send out a job description, screen some applicants and kind of make a decision. But because of the high cost of hiring right, it's important to invest a significant amount of time in your hiring process. Don't settle for good employees when you can find bloody great ones. Even if it takes longer, it's the great employees that will help your company get you to that next level. Just like you create a buyer persona for your customers, create candidate personas for your job candidates. Now, your personas should be different for each new role that you're hiring for, but will share some of those underlying traits around your company's culture. Next, take some ownership of attracting candidates to your company's brand and make them interested in learning more about you. This will help you build a recruiting pipeline that will give hiring the same predictability as sales. Then turn those leads into applicants. Number 7, Managing workflow. Now, once you have the people in place to make the magic happen, the next challenge is managing workflow as you scale up. You want to ensure that your team has the processes and the tools to do good work and do it efficiently. At the same time, you can't be everywhere at once, especially with a broom up your arse if you're a business leader. So how do you focus on the business while ensuring that everybody is working in the business and they've got what they need? So how do we fix this? Now, the best way is to diagnose the roadblocks your team faces and increase efficiency is by creating ways for them to provide feedback. This can be done through several things: employee satisfaction surveys, frequent one-to-ones, meeting with direct reports, ensuring your direct reports implement one-on-one meetings with their direct reports, all that sort of stuff. Occasional sort of skip-level meetings, big meetings, small meetings, asking about the threats to the business and the issues that give them the most pain points in their roles. Finding the commonalities and the feedback that you receive and any bottlenecks that may appear. In other words, be open to change. Have an open mind as to what needs to happen to make things work. Number 8, financial planning. Now, in theory, more resources, whether it's people, tools or time, increase efficiency and quality. Creating smooth operations starts by providing all the resources that you and your team need. Now, it sounds really simple in theory, but did you notice the caveat? Or you can. Unfortunately, every single business leader has budget restrictions based on revenue and margin, especially now, especially when it becomes a challenge to improve efficiency while working within certain limitations. Investing in your business without overspending outside your means is really tricky. Now, this is solved by making good decisions based on solid financial planning. So how do we fix this? Well, every business is going to be different, but you'll want to use business credit wisely, cut costs where possible, and manage cash flow by staying on top of invoices and your bookkeeping. Now, business accountants and financial advisors can help you analyze your financial situation and help you make the good decisions. Get referrals and interview them as they're going to be your new employee. They will work for you and they have got a vested interest in you being as successful as you can be. Number 9, scaling. Now, there's a mix of building scalability versus doing what you've always done to get everything done. Now, this is a tricky one, especially since every situation is always going to be different. You'll see this problem arise in kind of like all areas of business, in product development, in marketing, in content creation, in hiring, and so on. For example, many business owners will push growth at all costs. But if you grow your company too quickly, you'll find yourself having to hire quickly. Now, this can then overwhelm your experienced team members because it then takes a while to train people. And if you don't train people well, actually it's going to end up backfiring. So how do you fix this? Unfortunately, there is no perfect answer here. Depending where you are in your business's life cycle, the scale will sort of like tip one way or the other. But I do think you need both at sort of different times. What it comes down to is not obsessing over every detail, but obsessing over the right details. Obsessing over product perfection, for example, might not be as important as obsessing over your customer service. It's better to put your fears aside and launch a product that isn't quite perfect, because you can always update and improve it. After all, once your products are in the hands of your customers, you can learn much more quickly what's working, what isn't working. Obsessing over customer service, however, is probably worth an extra effort. See, Amazon CEO Jeff Bezos put it well in his 2016 letter to shareholders. There are many ways to center a business. You can be competitor focused, you can be product focused, you could be technology focused, you could be business model focused, and there are stacks more. But in his view, obsessive customer focus is by far more the most productive way of using day one vitality. It's as simple as that. Deal with the customers that you've got right now, otherwise you face a demise. Now, every business is a problem solver, and therefore the biggest key to scaling your business is to fix the customer's problems over and over and over again and just get better at doing it. And finally, number 10, the global bastard. Well, To those that cheered 2020 in with a glass of something fizzy and promised themselves their best year ever, yep, a little virus kind of screwed that up, didn't it? It's been an unprecedented year, it's been an uncertain year, it's been a traumatic year, it's been frustrating, it has been demoralising. How do we fix it? Well, we are nearer the end rather than the beginning. Things will no longer be normal, and whilst for many that's a worry, it really isn't. The upcoming years for business owners should be, in an odd way, seen as a bit of a gift. The status quo has been rocked. The normal line of wealth, of success, of hierarchy has kind of been pulled apart in most areas. Some of the most well-known businesses and brands will collapse because for way too many years they've been built on a bed of sand. And whilst it's not good that people have to go through the heartache and the strife because of it, it's opening up spaces, opportunities and new journeys for people like you. Look at how people's expectations have changed, how they do business, why they do the business, when they do business. Welcome to a new normal. There are now more opportunities available to small business owners like you that if they are open-minded, nimble and have their ducks in a row with more drive and determination than ever before, despite the challenges that we still face, you can have a successful business that your hard work truly deserves. Now, whilst these are just a few of many business challenges facing small businesses every single day, there are many more out there. Many of them can be planned for and they can be mitigated for with the proper planning and the proper strategy. So keep your eyes peeled and ears open because I am fairly certain I'll be talking about them in future podcasts. And that is it for this particular podcast. Get in touch. Let us know how you are traversing these problems. What's working for you, or what do you want some help with? Get in touch with us. And if you want more things to make your business and your grey matter buzz with those creative neurons, just go to the bestkept.businesssecret.co.uk website, sign up and download the latest online magazine, or take a look round at the hundreds of articles and videos helping you get the business that your hard work deserves. Or get in touch with me, as I'm currently offering a free 30-minute business focus call where I can help you get unstuck and move forward, taking action and growing your business as well as your bank balance. You can go and view me at www.markford.uk. That is it. If you've liked us, loved us, or simply tolerated my mistakes, leave us a like, love, or a subscribe, and I will see you on the other side. Go out, be brilliant, and I'll see you again soon. Take care.